Previously, on Rise of the Runelords, pressing deeper into the mysterious caverns below Foxglove Manor, our heroes continued their search for the murderous Skinsaw man, only to come face to face with a pack of hungry ghouls. After handily dispatching the undead beasts, the group burst through the final door to find the object of their search. There, hiding his face behind a mask, the dark, shambling shape referred to himself as his lordship and seemed particularly excited that Icky had managed to find his way into his presence. Warning the party against making too much noise lest they alert the Skinsaw man, his lordship spoke of the murders the Skinsaw man had committed, including that of Aisha and Aldern of Foxglove. Then, suddenly, the demeanor of this demented creature changed drastically, revealing that his lordship, the Skinsaw man, and Aldern Foxglove were three personalities inhabiting the same body. Standing tall, strong, and menacing, the Skinsaw man taunted the group, speaking of his mistress and the list of names she'd given to him, and how he'd used their bodies to create his art. As he began to speak of the dark secrets surrounding each of our party members, the group attacked, Sanishi being particularly pleased at the sudden appearance of goblin ghasts to join the fray. A pitched battle ensued where Icky, troubled by his lordship's fanatical interests in him, clawed the creature into unconsciousness. While Icky wished for answers, Sanishi wished for cold, efficient justice, which she executed upon the downed Skinsaw man without hesitation. Justice for the murder of their friendly neighborhood stableman achieved, our heroes were left to process the horrors and dark truths left exposed by the mysterious Skinsaw man beneath the ruins of Foxglove Manor. Today, the adventure continues.
Alright, so, my volume back into the normal position.
There we go.
Rilda does not believe that we are done here, because she has no proof that the actual Skinsaw man is dead. But also, the mistress with the list of names, if we gotta go kill Santa Claus, there's gonna be problems.
What are you talking
Just saying.
about?
List
Naughty,
of
nice
naughty
names?
or nice people?
Does she know when you've been sleeping?
Does she check her list twice?
Who doesn't?
I certainly hope so.
All right, so that's where we pick up. Grelda and Icky had stepped out of the room, and you had your very brief conversation where you offered Icky ale, while Tarn, Geisen, and Sanishi had searched the room, and that is when you found Icky's feathers, some rubbed, some charcoal drawings of Icky, in I believe that was it, on the table. And that is where we pick up.
So at this point, Icky is like kind of standing outside this pool, just like staring down at it, half collecting his thoughts, half waiting for the rest of the team. If they take too long, then he's gonna come looking for them or move on. He's not sure yet, but that's where he's at.
Yes,
It's
I guess
her to pivot.
Sean, remind me what's in the room with me now.
What you mean? What you found?
Yeah, what Geisen found, what Sanishi had found.
The two of you found. Let me see. You found a small silver keyring with two keys on it. The larger of the two is a tarnished iron key set with a round opal. The smaller is made of bronze and has an unusually long tang ending. And
Who actually has that?
it was Geisen, because Geisen had the high investigation roll.
Did you already put that in his?
I did not. Because I didn't take any notes
I don't
of
think
what you guys
nobody
had found.
said they picked anything up.
No,
so.
I had just told you what it was, and then we wanted to finish the conversation outside the
All right,
room. So
hold on.
you know what it is, but nobody's actually taken them off the table yet.
Well, Geisen's got them now. He's got
Oh, yeah.
two tarnished iron keys.
The smaller of the keys has the head of it resembles a roaring lion. You also found 3 of Icky's feathers laid perpendicular to each other. I'm sorry, parallel to each other. Like very anally retentive. And then you found a couple of very crude, not well done charcoal drawings of Icky. Also laid very, like, edges aligned beside those 2 feathers.
So, like, not very well done according to whose standards?
They look like a middle schooler who is not talented in art.
Okay.
And has a crush on you.
Yes.
Okay.
Has
So I just
an obsession
envision-
with you.
All I have to do is envision the art that Bill has made of me.
Please tell me that Tarnin takes those feathers. He's been trying to steal Icky's feathers for so long.
For a while now, yeah.
And Icky's out of the room. It's the perfect time, man.
You don't even have to roll a stealth check.
Probably why he doesn't do it. What was the note on the body again?
The note?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it says-
we got the. You had me read a
Yes.
note from like dude's mistress.
From Zanish, or it was. Do you want me to read it to you again?
Sure.
As kind of a. Alright, it says, you have served us quite well. The delivery you harvested from the caverns far exceeds what I had hoped for you. You may consider your debt to the brothers, capital B, paid in full. Yet I still have need of you, and when you awaken from your death, you should find your mind clear and able to understand the task more than in the state you lie in as I write this. You shall remember the workings of the Sahedron ritual, I trust. You seemed quite lucid at the time, but if you find after your rebirth that you have forgotten, return to your townhouse in Magnamar. My agent shall contact you soon. No need for you to bother the brothers further. I will provide you the list of proper victims for the Sahedron ritual in 2 days' time. Commit that list to memory and then destroy it before you begin your work. The ones I have selected must be marked before they die, otherwise they do my master no good, and the greed in their souls will go to waste. If others get in your way, though, you may do with them as you please. Eat them, savage them, or turn them into pawns. It matters not to me. From Zanisha, Mistress of the Seven. And actually, now that I went and read that, let me actually see if I can
Because I know you had it pop up on all of our
Yeah, let me
screens.
see if I can actually do that for you now. Well, why don't we do this? Bam.
Oh, damn.
Biggity bang.
Wow, I even like correctly assumed how to spell Zanisha.
Zanisha. Let me know when you're done with that, and I'll switch the presentation back to the map.
Okay.
Actually, seeing Nate's green screen is throwing me for a loop here.
I'm sorry.
Normally it's invisible.
I know, like it's so frustrating. Like I almost wanted to try harder to like make.
Well, you've got time before our next session. You can put
That's
something
true.
back there, but don't make it too
Okay.
distracting. All right.
I just, like otherwise you're going to see a cat box back here, and it's gross.
All right. Let me know when you three are done with the
I'm
note. Okay. And then we'll switch it back. All right. So that is the note that you found on him.
Did we, in our totally awesome and very thorough percepting of all of the rooms we passed through, happen to find like a half-burned note with a list of names on it in a fireplace?
You did not.
Okay, just checking. It's worth checking. So what? His lordship wasn't Aldern, right?
It was.
It was Aldern.
The
Okay.
ghoul you fought was it was Aldrin Foxglove. When his lordship was talking, he said that the Skinsaw man killed Aldern because he had no more use for him, and then his personality changed from his lordship to the Skinsaw man. The Skinsaw man did mention that the other is tiresome but useful. I believe that's all he mentioned about his lordship.
So I guess like Sinishi's in there. I guess she'd probably like run around the goblin ghoul bodies, see if there's anything going on there. Did we check those at the end of the last
there was a room wide investigation check that Tarnin and
Gotcha. Thank you.
and Geisen did.
Okay. So I get like Sinishi's starting to get impatient because now we've murdered all the goblins presumably in the area.
Has she done a perception check for more goblins?
To be fair, no.
To be honest, I was kind of hoping that giving those goblins to Jill would finally give the goodbye to the goblin obsession.
Well,
Yeah.
I won't do anything to drive it further, or I will try not to. I don't know what her desire is though. It's like, all right. So did we like? That was the guy, right? We took care of the murderer, right? Do we need to like take his corpse back to town and like show them?
That would be talking to Grelda.
Grelda's out there with Iggy.
That's Anishi talking to...
Oh, that's
Tarnin.
Anishi.
Oh,
My
yeah,
bad.
sorry, Sinishi talking to Geisen and Tarnin.
Yeah,
Tarnison.
that's probably a good idea. Can you, do you have something to wrap him up in and carry him out with, Sinishi?
Let me see. I don't know that she has anything.
The closest thing she had is what was left of the sheet that she ripped up and put around herself as a cape.
Could she hog tie him with the whip she's got?
She absolutely can.
Carry him over her shoulder that way?
She absolutely can do that.
I think that's what she's gonna do.
As
As a player, can someone tell me why we need the body? Like, did I miss where this was like a bounty?
Well, no, like, and that is like Sinishi was like, she doesn't know, like,
Okay, I just wanted to miss
it's a
anything.
murder thing that, like, yeah, no, as far as like players are concerned, nobody said bring back the murderer. We were just like, let's go get this fucker. And so like Sinishi doesn't know. I mean, I'm assuming she's just like, yeah, is this like a bounty? Do we need to like bring him back to prove that we did it? Because like they didn't say that we were totally not suspects. And if we just like wander, like that would be something for murder hobos to do. Like wander into town, murder some guys, and be like, oh, you know what? We're gonna go get that murderer, and like wander out of town for a day and come back like, yeah, guys, we got him. That murderer, we got him. Good. He won't trouble you guys anymore.
I like how bringing in a dead person and being like, this guy was definitely the murderer. You may have known him as someone that you was beloved around town and had wealth and stuff, but trust us, this body is
like,
super the murderer.
They're like, yeah, man, and like they're like windows in his house about being like a lich, and like, come on, man, this guy's clearly evil and the murderer.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
No, that's just where my brain and Sinishi's brain went.
So Shinichi finishes hog tying the corpse.
Tarnin picks up the artifacts that point to Icky worship.
All right.
Looks at Geisen and says, I kind of want to hide it from him, but maybe he can come up with more of a reason than I can on why. I don't know, man. Geisen says, well, is it really going to help him any if we show it to him? I mean, you and I know we can take it, and if we need to prove it to him for whatever reason later down the road, we can show it to him. You're right. He doesn't need to know. He's got enough on his mind apparently already.
Is this an episode of Supernatural?
Drama. No, that's fantastic. Okay, so you put it. You said Tarnin takes it?
Tarnin takes up the feathers, the drawings. What else was it?
There was the
drawing,
keys and the note.
Keys, feathers, drawing, the note, all of it.
And the note was read after Icky left the room,
Yes,
correct?
only
Okay.
Tarnin, Geisen, and Sinishi know about the note.
Okay.
Well, the note we'll probably share, though, because we're going to have some kind of a reason why we're going to go to Magnamar. You really think we need to go to Magnamar? Yeah, actually, first I think we need to go back to town with the body. Thanks, Michi, for the idea. Clear this, well, not clear it, but try to settle this part with the sheriff and the mayor, and then from there, dig up as much information as we can. If we're real lucky, there's a high enough level priest that can speak with dead or some weird thing like that and get information from the corpse. So good job on thinking of that one. Does Geisen have speak with dead?
No.
No? Okay.
He does not. Let me see if it's even something. Keep going. I'll let you know if it's even something that he can learn.
He can toll the dead. Is that like ringing their doorbell?
Can he ding dong this guy?
And I was actually saying, Bill, the only thing better than you swiveling your chair for the conversation is if you could sink down for Geisen and then raise it back up for you. And then sink. That would. Sorry, I was watching. It's like the only thing that could make it better, because watching you swivel back and forth is fantastic.
Yeah, that was great.
It super is.
Slash me looks for a cup to hold when he's talking with Geisen.
No, you need a bowl.
Speak with Dead is a 3rd level necromancy spell.
Perfect.
So he is a high enough level to cast it. He just would need to find it somewhere, because his school of magic isn't necromancy, so he wouldn't learn it regularly.
Well, he seems pretty irregular already, so. Anyhow, Captain, would you do me a favor? Feed the cats. Okay.
So, the 3 of you are still in the room, and then Icky and Grelda have just stepped outside, or are still outside of the room.
We couldn't hear any of that because I did kind of kick the door down.
I would say that it would be very easy, given the fact that you're about 30-ish feet away, that if they wanted to talk quietly, they could.
Okay. I will assume they were doing that.
Well, Geisen and Tarnan were, but, you know.
No, I'm sure Shinichi was just like, so, can I just grab this body? Should I tie it up, throw it over my shoulder with this whip that we got?
Let's do that.
See, what I'm assuming as the DM is that Shinichi is taking the time and being really efficient in hog tying him while Tarnan and Geisen are having their little quiet conversation, so she's distracted.
Yep, that sounds right.
So I can't move my character anymore, is that correct?
No, but if right now it's more of role playing.
Okay,
so
I'm just checking.
Yeah, so if we come to a point, you have explored every room of the house at this point, above and below. I can tell you that. So if you want to go back, or if you want to leave, or if you just want to role play, I can describe where you're going. So movement isn't quite as important at this point.
Turner starts walking out.
Okay.
Motions for the other 2 to follow. Let's go check out that roof spot real quick.
There is no background music, by the way, Sean.
I thought it was just his bad storytelling taking me out of the element, but apparently it was the lack of music.
No, the bad storytelling is just a given. How about that? Is that better?
I hear wind.
Is it bees? It could be bees.
Low strings happening, but now it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone away.
I turned on closed captions and it's actually really accurate.
Is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It just said we were sexually really accurate. So never.
Or is it reading between the lines?
Wait. What kind of Dungeons and Dragons game is this? I do not remember signing up for this.
Yeah,
all right,
so
you want to go back up to that room with the opening in the ceiling?
Correct.
All right. That was on the 2nd floor.
The rightmost room in the
That
middle.
is the upper floor. Yep, that was. All right. There we go. A large room. Yep, featuring 2 padded chairs and a long couch facing a window alcove lined with stained glass windows.
I'm sorry, real quick. I've left the closed captioning on, and Kathy Krause keeps saying Jamboard every few seconds, and it's just Jamboard. Like Bill's not saying anything. There's no sound I'm hearing from him. It says like Kathy Krause, Jamboard.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. Except that was Sean.
Yeah. Now that I've pointed it out, it stopped. I'm sorry. Please carry on. We're in the room with the couch.
There we go. All right. This is the room. Desk and a chair sit in the middle of this drafty room. Chimneys rise to the west, while to the east, 2 intricate stained glass windows are set into the wall. A battered and ruined telescope lies on its side near the desk, and a large trapdoor in the roof has been tied shut by several lengths of rope. That's the room you're talking about.
So, assuming I've been paying attention to all of the different stained glass windows that depict the steps to becoming a lich, do I have a feeling for how far along in this process the Skinsaw man or Aldern or His Highness, His Lordship, whatever the fuck, was?
You can give me... You could ask Geisen, and Geisen can give me an Arcana check. Nothing in your background, like... You wouldn't know what the stained glass windows meant. The only reason you do is because Geisen has told you.
Right. So at this point, Icky is curious about that.
So then you would need to ask Geisen, and Geisen would need to check.
He asked Geisen the thing. Geisen, do you have any idea how, based on this, what these windows are showing us? You know, like, how close was this guy to becoming a lich?
Geisen rolled a 17.
17? Geisen would know that, as he noticed earlier, the windows were original with the house. So Geisen would be able to put the timeline together and realize that these windows weren't referring to Aldern or his lordship or the Skinsaw man. These windows would be referring to the original owner of the house.
Did we discover that information and who the original owner was?
You did know that the original owner was Aldern's uncle.
Vorel?
Yes, Vorel Foxglove was the original owner of the house. And he vanished. His wife and children wife and child, whose pictures you found, were found burned in the outbuilding that burned down. And I believe the sheriff kind of shared that information with you before you came. So you know that they were found burned in the outbuilding, and Vorel Foxglove himself was never actually found.
Okay. We've also determined, like, as a group, that the books gave a path to becoming a god.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This is specifically to becoming a lich.
Mm-hmm. That was what my brain was intermingling the two.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't. Yeah. The books talked about the items you would need in order to perform the ritual to become a god.
Right. There were parallels here, and my brain was like, it's the same thing! So.
I will make it match. So yes, you would know, or Geisen would know that the windows refer to Vorel and his journey as opposed to Aldern. Why does this one have a phone in it? Sorry.
What?
The creepy music had a phone in it, and it bugged me for a second. What were you saying, Bill? I'm sorry.
All is coming from inside the house.
I still cannot hear the music.
No?
Can anyone else?
No.
Alright, well, keep going. I'll see if I can fix it.
Okay. couldn't hear the previously on, couldn't hear the music.
Why didn't you tell me you couldn't hear the previously on?
I heard the previously on just fine.
Anyhow.
Anyhow. Alright. Well, I'll mess with it later. I don't want to spend the whole time fixing that.
Tarnan looks at the opening, well, the sealed opening in the ceiling and says, Icky, you want to check this one?
Icky flaps up there and opens things up.
Give me a... Give me a strength check.
Oh, strength, where are you? Okay. Oh, nope, that's saving throw, and that's a bad roll. Strength, additional skill. Why is it? Strength, is it?
Just
like, I rolled a 7.
A 7? You are not able to force the trap door open. I will say that since you're up there, you can, as you're trying and messing with it, you can see light through the cracks as you're messing with it, so you can tell that it leads to the roof itself, as opposed to like an attic or another room. Like you can see the sky through the cracks.
All right. So I just communicate like this looks like it goes right up to the roof, but I can't get it open.
Is it locked? Is there a lock mechanism?
It is ropes. Been tied shut with several lengths of ropes.
Can Icky reattempt, but this time instead of forcing it, try to untie the ropes?
Or cut the rope? Here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna claw the ropes. I want to claw the ropes.
Give me a
attack roll.
Yeah, give me just a basic melee attack.
Okay.
Roll a d20 and roll high. That's yummy.
That is much better than a 7. I'll say that much. So with the plus, the 22.
22. All right. It takes you a couple of minutes because they are very thick and there are 3 of them, but you are able to cut through the ropes. And you
I was clawing through the ropes.
Well, then no, you can't. No.
Fuck.
You end up being able to separate the ropes. It does take you a few minutes, and you're able to push the trapdoor up, and you see that it leads out to kind of a flat part on the roof before it slants up, and then it goes down about 10 feet and goes over the edge. And as you're looking up there, you can see that the roof tiles are damaged, like there's small holes in them. Like they're definitely decrepit, but it does lead to the roof. And then as you're looking out, you can see the Verisian Gulf, the water.
Mm-hmm. So I describe what I see. Not seeing a whole lot that's striking up here.
Tied shut then?
Mm-mm. I can fly up there and take a better look.
Sure, if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. All right, so I would like to fly, like 10, 20 feet above the top of the roof and kind of scope out, see what I see.
All right, give me a perception check.
Wow, that die is going to go away.
Straight to dice jail.
Yeah, 10.
10? Hey, you do fly up about 15 feet. It is eerily quiet, although it also was when you were coming up to the house. You are able to see a similar small group of ravens sitting at the outhouse, like on the walls as you did before, about a dozen. Other than that, it's mid-afternoon. You don't notice much other than that. It's a bit overcast outside.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I come back down and communicate what I've seen. Doesn't look like there's much interesting out there. There are more asshole birds, but nothing of note up on the roof. I don't know why that would be tied up.
Hold on, checking something on Geisen real quick. Refamiliarizing.
Anything particular?
Well, basically, it's deciding if he would just want to go up there for a good shot at taking him out from afar instead of going. But I mean, if he can do, if I'm looking to see what he's got cantrip wise, because I don't think he wants to waste his spell slot, even first level. Holy crap! Yeah, he does.
Let me see.
Yeah. Icky, do you think that'd be a pretty easy shot? How far away are they? About 120 feet or so?
Is that?
The nearest ones are 125. The furthest ones are about 170.
Oh, well, never mind.
Because you are on the opposite side of the house from the door you came in at, and then the outbuildings past that.
Never mind. I was thinking about taking a shot at him.
And you are also, since you're on the other side of the house does go up. So you would have to climb further up the roof for him to be able to get a good sight. Icky was able to see him because he flew up.
All right. So I guess just heads up as we're on our way out. We'll gonna want to keep an eye out for those birds.
Sounds good to me. All right, decision time. Stand house to the ground, or leave it stand.
Grelda pauses a moment and then asks, do we know why the birds and the rat were mostly dead?
I don't, but I'm assuming it has something to do with all the crap this thing was doing here. I mean, the house is depicting, what was it again? Becoming a lich. Oh, thank you, guys. Becoming a lich. There was an undead bunch of crap in the basement and apparently something that died and reanimated.
And the spooky ghost lady.
Yeah, all in favor of burning it down? Because
Burn it.
burn it. Are you gonna also vote for Sinichi?
Oh yeah, Sinichi burns it all down. And the
Burns
music
to the
is
ground.
very clear now.
Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
Very present.
yeah, don't mess with it now.
Okay.
No touchy.
No touching.
No touchy. Okay. If you guys want to start heading out, I'll start setting up some fire. Well, Tarn will go towards the main floor and start the fire because the fire likes to go far.
So I'm wondering if this is going to become our team's calling card. We just
Burning things to the ground.
We clear out an area. It's like, well, fire cleanses all.
Does Vicky say that? Because Tarn will have a response.
No, I'm sorry. That's completely out of character.
Okay.
I'm just noticing a theme.
I will say, Tarnin Geisen, make sure that he is well clear before Tarnin begins any fire starting. Geisen is the first one leading the group out.
Before we leave, would Geisen take any of the books from the library? Library.
That's a good question.
I can say that he probably would not because of the types of books they were. They were mostly like journals about safaris and play. They were written like they weren't bought books. They were like personal journals, and they mostly consisted of eyewitness accounts of safaris and travels and stuff like that. When he was going through them, there wasn't. I don't believe there would be anything that would catch Geisen's attention.
And did we, in fact, explore all of the catacombs that were available to us?
Yes,
It looked like there might have been. We did. Okay. Cool.
Yep. You started on the southwest route, came back, and then went up, and you did hit everything in there.
Then Grelda follows Geisen out.
All
And
right.
I assume she's still carrying the body.
Oh yeah, no, she's totally like slung right over her shoulder and just.
I would like to believe she brought it upstairs for no reason whatsoever.
Probably.
It's a backpack now. She's wearing like a backpack.
Back.
Pretty much. All right. As soon as the team has had a minute or so to start getting out, Johnny goes downstairs and starts lighting it up.
All right. I can let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. All right. So, Geisen, what is he trying to light on fire? Like, which part of the house? Is it like the door inside one of the rooms? Just so I know.
Refresh my memory. In the basement. Okay, that's the main floor we're looking at now. Was there a floor below that?
There was. There was a floor below that with the kitchen and the rat droppings and everything.
That's right. Start there, far away, the room farthest from the stairs, and then kind of work his way, lighting several fires, and I will expend the flask of oil to make sure this thing actually starts. Oops, we're on D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. Turn it.
I mentally imagine Sanishi just following and asking to help constantly.
Can I burn stuff? Can I burn stuff? Can I burn stuff? Can I
Yeah,
burn stuff?
fine, burn stuff. Start over there. Not the stairs, the other side.
Oh god. I feel like I need to roll to see if Sanishi puts the body down and forgets it.
Go for it.
Do it.
She does. I just rolled a 1.
So Shinichi sets the body down and then goes and tries to light fire and just kind of, it's like sitting in the side and just like walks off.
Oh god, that whip though. Oh man, I can't just
retire this dice.
Yeah, no, I picked up a different one for that roll. I don't know that I can honestly like throw that whip away playing Jill's character horror. I don't know that I can actually do that.
Hold on. Tarn at the stairs is going to say, "Where's the body?"
Actually, you're not even going to get to that point. I'm going to back both of you up. Sanishi puts the body down and then walks off to try and start her fire. Tarnan starts the fire. It starts creeping up the walls, and the yellowish mold immediately begins rapidly growing, covers up the fire, puts it out, and you see what is almost a human face in the mold for a minute before it begins to go back to where it was. And this happens multiple times when you're trying to start the fire. The fire, no fire you can start will burn for more than 10 seconds before the mold overgrows it and puts it out.
Does the face look at all like the picture of Voral Foxglove?
Give me a wisdom check.
No, this is clearly a dex thing.
Yeah. It's my dexterity that tells me if I can put 2 and 2 together. Maybe. It might.
You seeing this?
You're the only one in there. Oh, it's you and Sanishi, yes.
Here. Watch this. He'll try it again.
Okay. Okay, have Sanishi roll a wisdom check for me.
Oh god.
Sanishi rolls a wisdom.
The two best players to roll wisdom checks.
What?
Ooh, new dice.
There it is. All right, so let's see. Make sure I've got Sanishi's wisdom check.
Ooh, it's a +1.
Is it?
It
Oh,
is.
so it is. All right, cool. All right.
Well, D&D Beyond rolled you a 5.
16.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
While Tarnan is totally unable to place the face, Sanishi actually gets super close to the fire, it's burning, and she feels the heat on her nose, and she's just watching as the mold goes over it. And she is able to tell that it very much resembles the painting of Voral Foxglove that you guys did see.
Now, does she share that information?
Commander, this shit looks like the weird guy.
Voral Foxglove, right?
The weird guy in the painting. The weird guy. Look, he's the guy with the place.
But it puts the fire out. How do we burn a place that doesn't burn? Come
More
on.
fire? Can't. Oh, what if we have Geisen grease the place first?
That's probably worth a shot. Let's go see if he's willing to do it. Hell yeah, let's do this. Great, get that to happen. But after I cast a spell, before you light it on fire, wait 2 minutes. Why do I need to wait 2 minutes? To let it soak into the wood. I believe him.
Okay.
I enjoy these. I'm enjoying.
All right, so Geisen is down in the basement. He does cast grease on the far wall and some of the floor. He climbs up, exits, and Tarnin lights the fire again. It burns very quickly when it burns off the grease, and then the wall does catch on fire. But the mold grows quicker and thicker and actually comes down onto the floor before it begins to retreat. And the fire is very quickly put out.
All right, let's go outside. Come on, Sanishi, let's get out of here.
So Sanishi's like ready to just start hacking at the walls, but all right, fine, command, we'll go outside.
So, the whole burning the place down was a great idea. I really feel that this needs to be burnt down. However, it's going to sound crazy if I say it, so let's have Sanishi say it.
There's a weird face down there that's putting out the fires.
Every time we try to start a fire, the mold grows, covers the fire, and then fades away. There's a picture of Aldern Foxglove, the face of Aldern Foxglove.
Voral, not Aldern.
Voral.
The other weird guy.
Yeah, the older weird guy, not the newer weird guy.
Geisen is thinking on how else to destroy a house. The rest of you feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Well, actually, I know it took us a little bit to get started, but it's been a bit over an hour.